What's up, guys? We've got Mortal Judgment, the Gods Unchained expansion pack coming. I'm going to do some card previews here. There's a whole list of these things coming out. It's an amazing bunch of stuff. So if you're not into this or you don't know what's going on, once again, Mortal Judgment, Gods Unchained expansion pack coming at the end of April, and there's a bunch of amazing cards. So let's get into this. By the way, not a financial advisor, not financial advice, you gotta say, because it's a play-to-earn game. Let's go. Let's do this. All right, check this out. This is nuts. Let's go to the first one. Bifurcating Curse. We'll go to this one on the far right. Pick one. Destroy each creature with an even mana cost, or destroy each creature with an odd mana cost. And this is a 6 mana spell. What in the world is this? This is nuts, right? This whole new thing at the end of April is going to turn everything on its head. Like I've told you guys before, I've been a little bit frustrated with the way this has gone down with, again, the core refresh and nerfing cards and adding cards, and still I think in this case we probably don't have an accurate balance of really where we stand, because many people still don't have a lot of the new cards, right? Like, it took me a long time to get another Faith Breaker. I just broke down and bought one finally. Thank goodness it wasn't $50. I got one for about 15, but the point is, right, like, I drew one out of a pack when the core set refresh happened, and it was great. I was like, okay, this is a pretty hot card. But what happens if you have 2 in your deck, right? Like, you really kind of need to know how to play in a deck before you really know, like, the level of balance versus other decks, other good decks, right? And so what's going to happen here, and it's already happened with the core set refresh and the new cards and all the rest of that, what happened is that they, like I said the last video, threw everything into a blender and basically didn't have enough time to balance it, and now we have this coming. I mean, this is crazy. So I think this is going to be insane, to the sense that we're probably not going to have a true sort of chill balanced state till probably midsummer, I would guess, only because we have all these new cards. Some of these things are only going to be available in packs, things like this, right? And people are going to be, well, doing what people do and collecting these cards. If you're a free-to-play player, you got a lot of playing to do, because there's a lot of cards that are coming out. Let's get to that. Bifurcating Curse. We got this other one. It's called Reclaim. Draw 2 cards, and it says Empower 1. Add a Pharaoh's Heirloom to your hand. Now, it's unclear exactly what a Pharaoh's Heirloom is, because, of course, it's going to be some sort of in-game mechanic. But interesting, another spell, and it's going to spice up the death decks, of course. And what does that mean? I don't know, because I haven't played it yet. Okay, so what they've actually announced, and this is pretty amazing, you're going to be able to see on the PTR between April 11th and April 13th, 8 p.m. to 8 p.m., you'll actually be able to see all these new cards in action. They're going to release everything, and I'm not sure how it works. I've never played the PTR, but at least you'll be able to go test these things out and see how they play, and maybe learn a little bit more about them. So pretty hot stuff here, and let's get back to the cards real quick. We're going to do some quick card previews and let you guys know what kind of cards are coming here. And this is pretty insane. Look at this Beached Colossus. Now, this is an 8 mana 14/11 card. Yep, with front line. Front line, holy smokes. It says can't attack. At the start of your turn, deal 5 damage to each god. There it is. If you don't have a finisher, well, summon up the Beached Colossus and finish the hell out of the other god. As long as you're ahead, right? You got a big front line and they can't take it out with some sort of nuke, then the meta strategies start to come into play, where you want to, if you're going to wait to 8 mana, you clearly want to burn their nukes so they don't have any. And when this pops, and then they're screwed, right? Then you just sit back and pop, and maybe zombie get some heals and stay ahead of the 5 damage, and bam, instant win. Well, after a turn or 3. But in any case, this is pretty cool stuff. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to just peel off 3 cards from the death decks, because death is my favorite. It's what I play. It's what I'm into. It's the most interesting deck, in my opinion, and it's fun. And so we'll see. Like I said, my estimate is this summer is when we're finally going to get some sort of balance with this. But then the craziest part, I have no idea what these guys are doing, the Gods Unchained development team, because they seem to be at a breakneck pace. We aren't even balanced from the last core refresh, and now we have this coming out at the end of the month. This is nuts. It has me excited because, again, like I said, I like to test things. I like to get cards. I like to build decks. I like to try and find things that, not maybe not incredibly unique, but let's say just one tiny little thing that makes a deck powerful that nobody's really thought of or tested properly yet. And this is going to do all of that. It's going to turn everything on its head once again. So I'm looking forward to it. What do you guys think? I'm going to be talking about the death cards, but what other kind of cards do you want to see? There's a whole list of these things that they just released. Link's going to be in the description down below if you want to check it out. But I'm going to talk about cards in groups of 3 like this. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being part of this. If you want to help the channel, make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment down below.